episode of the 12KL podcast. I'm Corporal Anders Yu and joined today by Staff Sergeant Jonathan Chin and Warrant Officer Ho Shia Tiang. Yo, so.
Hello, Anders.
How's MCO?
Quite boring at home.
Hey, easy for you to say lah, Hosha. But
Yeah,
homework,
man,
I
need to
got a lot of
study.
homework, you know.
Man, just add maths homework, nah.
Hey, your maths homework easy. You come to college, it's not easy, you know. Although we only got maths, we only got maths, but then it's still very hard.
Okay. Anyways, first of all, we'll talk about some company updates that we will have. So, as we have done for the past 3 weeks, online parade is still going on for Saturday 9:30. On the other hand, we have been introducing some batch work classes for members to do at home. Whoa.
Yeah, actually these batch classes are actually quite interesting. I think there are three, right? Those
Yeah,
three
yeah.
are hobbies, safety, and craft. So right, members, if you're interested, you can actually give your names to the batch monitors. And for other members, that if you're not interested for these three awards, you can actually submit like badges that are related to school, like your scholarship badges for UPSR, or if some of you have taken checkpoint, you can apply your checkpoint result for your civil scholastic. Or maybe some other badges like your arts badge. Let's say you take piano and you want to apply an arts badge with piano, and you can do that. Or maybe you have learned some self-defense, maybe like taekwondo or karate, and like you have reached the requirements of to get the badge, and actually you can apply those badges and you can actually get the badge.
Right.
And okay, for the recruits, it's okay. For those, I know some of you you failed targets. I know it's very hard. Some of the things are very confusing, and like there's not enough time for you to memorize. But don't worry. We will be having sessions with you through online. If everyone's ready, we will have an online target receipt. So for those who have failed target, we know who you are. You better watch out for that.
Don't give up, yo.
Right, and also I know we know that a lot of people actually have a lot of questions about our company calendar. So to give everyone some updates, we will not be conducting any face-to-face activities until the 30th of June. For now, due to the notice given by the Registrar of Societies. Due to this, we'll be releasing new and updated company calendar in the near future to inform you about the activities of the remaining of our year after the MCO has lifted.
Yeah, guys, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, previously we asked you guys to ask us any questions on our 12KL plans through our Facebook and Instagram. So right now we're answering some of those questions. However, we will not be answering the questions that we have already covered before this.
Right, so the first question is by Corporal Daryl Yeo. So will this podcast be a regular thing or will it only last for Esports Day? So to answer your question, for now we'll be doing it throughout the entire Esports Days and devoting most of the content to it with a small 12KL section at the beginning of every podcast like what you're seeing now. But if this is something that works, we would love to carry on beyond Esports Day to have a bigger focus on our company. So we hope to do that if it works.
Right, next question is by Lance Corporal Davian. His question is, who is the admin of the Instagram account? So, for now, the media team is in charge. But supposedly, some of the officers and some of the staff sergeants have the access to post and update stuff in Instagram. So, to answer your question, who is the admin of the Instagram account? Well, that is for us to know, and it is also for you to find out.
Alright, so this suggestion was from Lance Corporal Yap Zihao. Shout out to him. So he just suggested we do 12KL memes. Jonathan, what do you think about it?
Well, actually, right, we never did any memes for our 12KL account, right? So,
Right.
okay, now as you see on this screen, we have two of our homemade memes that we specifically made for this podcast. Okay, so in conjunction with this suggestion, the 12KL team have decided to have a 12KL meme competition from now until this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. This Sunday, is the 19th of April 2020. So how do you submit memes? In order for you to enter this competition, you can post your memes on Instagram and tag the 12KLBB account. So for those of you who haven't followed the 12KL account, this is your time. Follow 12KL account and tag them. Don't worry if it's not funny, as long as it's original and it is by you, then it is fine. So the memes, okay, those good memes, these memes will be featured on our next episode of the podcast, and those memes that are considered the best of the best, you receive a special prize from yours truly after the MCO. Okay, so I'll tell you the criteria for the memes. Alright, so for memes that you want to submit, be careful on what you submit though, because some of the memes must be by your own creativity and by your own originality. So please ensure that your memes are not harmful. Harmful meaning they are negative content, negative picture that's supposed to direct to anyone in the company, to direct to anyone personally, politically, religiously, or anything that is like really negative lah. So make your memes neutral, or make your memes as positive as possible, but make sure your memes are funny and as original as it can be.
Okay, so that concludes our updates on the 12 Chaos plan. So now we shall move on to our very own Brawl Stars tournament. So before we start talking about the actual tournament itself, let's first have a talk about the group draw show video that we just released. Jonathan, as someone who was directly involved in the filming of the group draw show, can you share your experience with us?
So firstly, I would like to thank my partner in crime, Corporal Marcus, because without him, I think this film would not be a very good one. So shout out to him. Yeah, so how do we did it? Well, I mean, at first we didn't know what to do. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's something on the screen now, right? That's showing like my room. So basically, yeah, at first we thought, well, our room is, well, my home is not very big, so where do we find a place to take the video? Then as I looked out to the window, then I was like, wait, the window there, actually I can actually host a talk show at my window. So very funny thing is the window is actually on top of my bed. So we had to literally take all the stuff, take the chair, take the table from like places around the house, then we had to put it on top of my bed, then record the whole show. Then the funny thing is, at the back is supposed to be a window, like there's a curtain blocking it up, but then thankfully my brother has a green screen or green bed sheet that he hanged it up, and then we shot the video. Then when we shoot it, right, the group names are really funny. Like at first when we were laughing, me and my brother were laughing at the team, the boomers a lot. Then as you can see from the video, right, the first video was four of us laughing really really loud because that was the first time shooting, and then the first team we had was the boomers. Like no kidding, the first team from I think from pool 1 was the boomers. So every time we actually took a few times. So every few times we took like consecutively, the few times were always the boomers. So we always laughed because the boomers kept popping up. Then we were like, stop. If the boomers keep popping up, you have to stop the video and take it another day. If not, we'll continue. Well, thankfully, the boomers, the team, the boomers was not the first one lah. So at the end, we managed to took the video very smoothly.
Isn't it a good thing though? Like if the boomers came out later on, then you guys do until there, then you laugh there, then you have to retake the entire thing again.
I mean, that's like technically a good thing lah, cause I don't know, cause every time, like the first time we say, like first time I draw was always the boomers, then we laugh. Then okay, I told my brother, okay, chill. This is probably the first time only. There's like three more paper in the pool, so like there's only one fourth of a chance we can get the boomers again. Then we take it the second time, then we got the boomers again. So I mean, yeah, it's technically good lah, but then like it's also quite funny that we got the boomers a lot of time before getting another group.
Okay, so one of my personal favorite moments was the portal. Yo, how you guys do it? Sheesh.
Yeah, I think I have to shout out to my Shifu, Colin Law. He actually taught my brother how to did the portal. Yeah, big shout out to you, Colin. Other than the portal, Colin actually helped us to did the logo. He was once a member in 12KL. He was a lance corporal in 12KL, but due to some personal issues, he has decided to leave 12KL. But even so, he came back a lot of times to help 12KL, and he actually gave help to us even though he isn't part of 12KL anymore.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Law Colin. So, Captain. Whoa, Captain really liked our group draw show. We get a quick screenshot of his post in our NCO group chat. Man, John, were you proud?
Of course I am. Jumping in the portal and jumping out again. Who isn't proud, right?
Very cool, very cool, very cool.
And also, I would like to say my favorite moment of the video, which is the countdown timer, especially when it's the 10 to 1 part. That seems like the longest 10 seconds any of you have ever experienced. It was like, it lasted, for those of you who want to know the exact time, it lasted for
Absolutely.
50 seconds and 50 seconds for 000 in the video editor. So it's really long. Credits to Marcus Chin for doing it. He used 3 days to find out how to do the 3D animation for the 10 to 1 timer.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Very sick.
Okay lah, Anders, okay lah, portal quite cool lah. Then Chosha, okay lah, I can agree lah. The start timer was actually quite cool, but then my favorite moment was not actually the cool part. Was actually those funny part. As you know, from pool to pool, actually me and my brother will be switching out the pool balls. So if you look back at the video, right, you will see both of us, like our face and our hands going out of the video and then suddenly pop back again. So I think that was actually really funny, and I think that was something that both of us laughed about when we did the video.
Yeah, that was quite funny. It was quite funny. Good. Now, enough about the group draw show. Gonna go into the real thing, the Brawl Stars tournament format. So, let's talk about the format tournament. As posted on our social media, everyone knows that the group stage will be conducted in a double round robin with a best of 3 format. So, Jonathan, can you explain to us how our group stage will be conducted?
Alright, so during our group stage, teams in a single group will play one of 3 series against each other. The teams will not play against teams from other groups at all during the group stage. Okay. What this means, let's say group A, let's choose a group. Let's say Brawly Days from group A. So if you're Brawly Days from group A, you will not play against any other group. Let's say the Boomers. Alright, I think the Boomers are in group D. So Brawly Days from group A will not play against the Boomers from group D throughout the entire group stage. This means Group A will only play against Group A, Group B against Group B, Group C against Group C, and Group D against Group D. Alright, so let's talk about the double round robin. So the double round robin basically means that each matchup will be repeated again in the following week for the final standings of the group. So let's say week 1 of the group stage will be from 18th of April to 19th of April, while the same matches will be repeated again from 25th of April to 26th of April. You got that, Anders? Everyone, you got it?
Right.
Right. And the repeat matchups during the group stage can really set us up for some exciting rematches and also some revenge storylines. But at the end of the day, what matters is still the final standing in each group. So, what do you guys think about the importance of standings in groups moving to the knockouts?
Yeah, I definitely think that the standings are extremely important moving to the knockout stages, especially in the wildcard matches of the knockout stage. So as we can see in the format of the wildcard matches, which should be shown on the screen now, the second and the third seed from different groups will face off against each other in a best of 5, while the winner will go on to face the first seed in round 2. So throughout all of these, the higher seed in each matchup will always have the opportunity to select the game maps in games 1, 3, and 5, while the lowest seed in each matchup will only be able to select the maps in games 2 and 4.
Yeah, I agree that the standings are really crucial to how far a team can progress in the tournament. Being able to pick the map in 3 out of 5 games really allows the team to play in their comfort picks in terms of brawlers and give them advantage before the match even begins.
Right. So speaking about selecting map for the games, I suddenly remember that during our semi-finals part 2, so the winners bracket team with the better game score up to that point will also get to choose their opponent, which really guarantees their place in the finals, barring some really very surprising upsets, especially because we will actually be for those of you who doesn't know, for the group stage we will be broadcasting any matches, but for the knockout stages we'll be actually posting videos. So the team with the better game score up to that point can actually watch the videos of their potential opponents and choose the one that they think they are more confident to beat. So that almost guarantees their slot in the finals after that match.
Wait. So that means it's kind of wow, it's so cool, man. So that means right, it's really important. It makes it a really important game to game whether the teams are winning 2-0 or 2-1. So in case anybody is not clear about the game score, it is basically the number of your total victories by game subtracted by your number of losses.
Ah, that reminds me, Jonathan. You mentioned just now about the importance of game maps on your matches. So right now, we would like to unveil the maps for the group stage, which should be showing up the screen about now. Alright, so first of all, I'd like to talk about Jam Grab. So we have chosen Double Swoosh. Alright, so why we pick Double Swoosh? Because we think that the map is fair for all types of brawlers. See, there's like a empty space in the middle. AoE brawlers like Tara, Dynamite can really excel. And the two side bushes, on both sides, shotgunners can really sneak up behind their enemies and kill the main damage parries. And every brawler is just good in this map. So next up, we'll talk about the bounty map, which is Layer Cake. Alright, so bounty is usually dominated by long range brawlers like Piper and Brock, but Layer Cake has a lot of walls which really disables these brawlers, so these brawlers will really need to take out the walls to be much more efficient. So shotgun brawlers can be really efficient. Not only long range brawlers can be played. Very fair map. So next time we'll talk about Heist, which I picked Sandy Gems. So again, Sandy Gems, every brawler can be worked. They have the four corners which throwers like the Dynamite and Bali can really excel. If you manage to sneak into the corner. Alright, there's a front wall just in case. Brawlers like Cole, brawlers like Ricochet. You gotta need to break the wall for those brawlers to be to work. It's overall also a very fair map, right? Not one brawler is too strong, and not one brawler is too weak. Except for Mortis. If you pick Mortis, you deserve to lose. So the last map, which is Brawl Ball. So we've decided to pick Triple Dribble. I play Brawl Stars as well. This is the OG map. Alright, this is the map that I really like because it brings back a lot of memories. I used to play this game a lot. I used to play Triple Dribble a lot. And like the other maps that we have picked, we decided to pick it because every brawler is good at it. So there is protection walls, the middle is quite wide and it's quite enclosed at the same time. There isn't, it's very fair, right? The strong brawlers, I think, would be Rosa, El Primo, but brawlers like Tara, brawlers like Ricochet can also work, can also excel. There isn't one brawler that's way too overpowered in any of these maps. Alright, so moving on, we have previously selected one participant from each group as key brawlers to watch. Alright, so from Group A's Brawly Days, we have Motion. Group B's Deep Sea Mortals, we have Hawkeye. Group C's Midnight Ninjas, we have Joshua Chin. And last but not least, Group D, the Boomers, and we have Ian. Right, so let's talk about each of them one by one. Starting with Brawly Days Motion. As you can see, there's a trophy count of 10,006,969. I have nothing to say but nice. So with 1,908 3v3 victories, which will make the mode of our games are played in. For those who are familiar with Brawl Stars, there are many different game modes, with 3v3 being one of the most important types. So Motion, he has very crazy stats on Mortis with being a rank 24, Nita rank 23, and Shelly rank 22.
Yeah. So my main focus here when looking at his mains I'm immediately drawn to Mortis I actually played Brawl Stars a long time ago, but I stopped. But I still can remember Mortis as someone who is extremely mobile because each of his attacks are dashes, so he can actually dash around, and that makes him extremely annoying to face in Gem Grab because he can protect the gems very well. For those who don't know, Gem Grab is a map where you have to collect 10 gems in the map and also protect them for a certain time. So Mortis is like a very annoying brawler to play against in the map. So that's where my attention is immediately drawn to.
Right. So moving on, we have Hawkeye from DC Motors with a trophy of 19,506. Highest in the group, but he only has 453 3v3 victories.
Right. I think this is immediately a point of criticism. Like he
Mm.
has the 19,000 trophies, actually the highest in the entire tournament. Like nobody has as much trophies as him. But immediately, once you look at the 3v3 victories, it actually means that his trophy counts are more from modes like Showdown and so on. And based on this, I don't think he's as good as his trophy might suggest. Like he is still a good player and should still be a very strong player in the tournament, but I don't think he will be as good in the 3v3 tournaments as some of his other more experienced peers.
Yeah, I totally agree. I can tell this guy likes playing showdown, doesn't trust teammates, just like me. I don't like to trust my teammates, so I respect him for playing showdown all the way and using that Daryl at sitting at rank 25. Daryl's a very oppressive brawler at showdown, but we aren't playing showdown, so might struggle.
Yeah, shout out to our Corporal Daryl Yao who has the same name as this brother.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on, we have Joshua Chin from Midnight Ninja sitting at 18,185 trophies with 2,685 3v3 victories. Alright, so for Joshua, so his highest ranked brawler is Max, which is a very oppressive brawler. It's a new brawler, a fairly new brawler, and she excels in 3 of these matches, not high, due to a high speed. Max, I hate that brawler. She like brawl ball, she takes the ball, she press out, and she runs into the goal. It's a very, very oppressive ball, and I think everyone in the group needs to watch out for Joshua's Max. It can be very, very oppressive. And not only that, he also owns Sandy, another very, very oppressive brawler, which I do not like facing. So I think Joshua will be a very strong competitor for this group. I think he should be the best, and yeah. So next up we have Kifang Ian, calling Ian from the Boomers, sitting at 15,008 trophies with 3,429 3v3 victories.
Right. So even though his trophy count is actually the lowest out of these top 4 players, like you look at the 3v3 victories, it's actually the highest amount of all them. So this is like directly the opposite of Hawkeye. Like he's actually extremely experienced in the 3v3 format, and his mains are very similar to Mosheng, also a Mortis main, which makes him very good at gem grab. So which is also a brawler that I think everyone in the group will have to watch out for. And also I think his experience, even though he has the lowest trophy out of these 4 teams, he's still the highest. He still has the highest trophy in his group. And I think his experience in 3v3 victories from this amount of victories there will really really help in helping his team to victory.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, comparing the victories to the trophy, it's not looking very good. But he does play very strong and oppressive brawlers. Leon, Frank, really good brawlers. So, you know, we'll see how this plays out. Alright. So then now we're done with the group draw. We shall make some actual predictions. So as with all predictions, we have to first discuss the favorites in each group, which is in case are the pool 1 team in each group. Okay, so since we do not have any prior gameplay information about each team and how they might match up stylistically, is predicting the pool 1 team to win each group the most reasonable choice?
Yeah, I think this is the correct choice to pick them as favorites in the group because we really do not have anything else other than some of their stats such as trophy counts to refer to at this point. And we also have to be honest with you, we have never seen them playing like legit playing the game before.
Right. I want to disagree because while that might be the safe prediction, I feel like it will be unrealistic not to expect upsets to happen. especially in some groups where the trophy counts difference between the Pool 1 and Pool 2 teams are not that big at all. So I think there should be around 1 to 2 groups where the Pool 1 team do not end up making it out as the first seed. However, I do expect all of them to still make the top 3 just because of their experience in the game compared to the other teams which have much lower trophies than the Pool 1 teams. But I do expect upsets to happen in the group.
Right. Definitely will happen. So, alright. So, we're done with all that. So, now let's talk about some awards that we'll have. So, speaking of predictions about the tournament, this reminds me of the awards we'll be giving out besides the usual top places.
Right, we'll be having 2 other MVP awards, which means most valuable player. So one of it will be awarded for the group stage and the other will be awarded during the knockout stage. So this award will be given out to a single participant who has the most star brawlers after each game. So there's actually a referees assigned to each group. Then they will record your results and also who gets star brawler. So the player who gets the most star brawler in the group stage will earn the MVP for group stage award, and the player who gets the most star brawler in the knockout stage will earn the MVP for knockout stage award.
Right, so far we've been talking about Brawl Stars, so some of you might be wondering about the other games. Do you have any news regarding this?
Well, unfortunately, due to the amount of work it takes to organize this one game, especially Brawl Stars, we will be currently postponing the other games. The other games meaning PUBG, League, and Mobile Legends. However, you can still expect the games to happen soon. Well, that being said, the registration for PUBG and League, I repeat, for PUBG and League is still open. So if any of you who are still interested, you can likely to sign up and take a shot at it.
Alright, I think that wraps up the first episode of the 12KL podcast. We hope you have enjoyed listening to it as much as we did making it happen. Reminder, the games start on 18th of April, and we hope to see you guys on the next episode of the 12KL podcast.